Hello Hearthstoners, it's Jester once again with Season 34. We're playing a deck called Love the Tentacle. It's a control warrior build based around Enzoth and outvaluing your opponent's removal with massive minions. And it looks like we're paired up with a paladin for this game. You want to assume that the paladin is running Grime Street or Murloc in Season 34 here because nothing else is really viable. If they do happen to be playing a control build, just accept the win and move on. So we sent back our big hitter. Brawl is always a good one to have against Murloc or Grime Street. Bash is also a good equalizer early on in the game. And of course there's the Acolyte. Shield Slam. It's looking good so far. We've got a very nice opening hand here. It follows a curve. It protects us, allows us to use our hero power to the maximum effect. And it looks like he doesn't have anything threatening. So we're all right to move forward with this. I'll let that be a lesson to you about letting anything stay on the board as control. It's usually a good idea, but this time it just didn't work out. We're going to slam that keeper. Would be nice to have a cleave, but since we don't, we're just going to clean up the keeper. Leave the Silver Hand Recruit alone for now. We'll deal with him at a later time. The great thing about playing against Control Pally, which this seems to be, is that they don't have any burst really. No burst potential. So you can pretty much just, take it at your own pace and play around with Tyrion when the time comes. That's what Faceless is for. He's getting a lot of value out of his cards. It's again though, it looks like he's playing control build, and he's not going to end up winning going that route. We're just going to bash it. We're not going to worry about the economic advantage of hitting it with the slime and then letting him come back with the true silver. Okay, well that's interesting. Surprise Murloc. After we've already gotten rid of most of our young removal, we've got Murlocs to deal with. But that's okay. We'll just switch up our tactics here. Keep our hand on that Brawl. Keep our hand on that Deathwing. Murloc is pretty much cut and dry until the very end when he runs out of cards, and then you have to be able to deal with the one turn Anyfin and then the turn 2 Anyfin. The first turn Anyfin really only does 12 points of damage, so dealing with the first one really isn't a big deal, but having the ability to Reno yourself back up and then deal with the second swarm is pretty important. We're going to go with the Grime Street here. We don't have the mana to drop that 4/4, and we don't have critters in our hand to take advantage of it anyway. We don't really want to be taking face damage from the axe either. We'll drop this one now. Ooh, Consecration. Clear his board really fast. Make him come back with a Consecration of his own. Just play slow, play deliberate. Tyrion. Now we're talking. We're going to faceless that. It's very valuable for Inzoth. Then we'll send our Grime Streets at him and execute him. Die. Haha. Now, we don't really care that he's got a weapon, and we really don't care that he's probably got the ability to deal with our Tyrion either, because the big bonus to having Tyrion comes later in the game when you Inzoth. Well, let's clear the board. Probably not the most efficient play here, but sleep with the fishes is always nice to have. And clearing the board, I probably could have done that better. But it's way too early in the morning right now. A light in the darkness. Ooh, Ragnaros Lightlord. You might be tempted to panic here, but it's really only 8 damage every turn. It's the same as getting hit by a pair of drakes. It's not really that dangerous. In fact, I don't really care. I'm going to go face. You might say, but Jester, you went face. That's a wasted move since Ragnaros is just going to heal him at EOT anyway. Yeah, but what it did was it prompted him. And now, face in or rag in revenge is enough to clear the rag. Rag in revenge. I mean, ash in revenge. And we still have our brawl, our Deathwing. Gorehowl for that Doomsayer. There's probably a clever way to do this with Whirlwind and Cleave, but I don't care. Again, value from Gorehowl is definitely what we want. We want to get the most value possible out of every one of our cards. And Cleave and Whirlwind just really seems so inefficient. Whereas here, a Cleave could be a very good thing. Yeah, definitely. Now it's a no-brainer. So let's Cleave. See what we're left with. Oh, beautiful. Rag. If he goes face, oh well. If he doesn't, even better. See, at 13, he's looking at dying next turn. Unless he pulls something out of his butt. Tink mess. Ah, you tinked rag. Man. Nobody plays Overspark anymore. I mean, he was really big when Cthulhu was running around, but, you know, nowadays, Tinkmaster? Oh, goodbye, Gorehowl. I knew him, Horatio. Oh, we still want to keep our Deathwing and our Brawl. Because this is Murlocs. Gotta remember that. There's probably something clever we could do with the Tentacle and the Whirlwind. But I don't care. Let's bring him down to 4 and make him think about it. Again, it's way too early to be making efficient plays and thinking too seriously about the climb. And at the same time, yeah, it's Control Paladin. It's not like I'm going to lose this game. There you go. Now you've got all your Murlocs out. That means that after I clear this board, he's going to be looking to Anyfin. Nah. Tentacle Whirlwind. Whee! Yeah. And drop Karn and armor up. I bet Fingal cost him the game. See, the problem with Anyfin is it pulls randomly based on the Murlocs that have died already, and whenever you have a Murloc that's not benefiting to the initial strike of Anyfin, like Fingal or like your Sir Finley, it's not very, I don't know, it doesn't hurt as much. And kill his own Murloc. Here comes an Anyfin. Come on. You know you have to. Oh, he chooses to wait even longer. That's alright. That gives us a chance to chill Maw first. Oh, you didn't just kill yourself, did you? Oh, okay, good. Had something up his sleeve. Alright. It gives us a chance to chill Maw. And if he still doesn't Anyfin, then we'll N'Zoth out chill Maw again. But I have a feeling he's going to really have to. He's going to kill that chill Maw with his hammer and pyromancer, cast Anyfin, and go straight to the dome, which isn't going to be too bad of a play, but it's not going to work. There's Anyfin. There's his 12. The first one's 12. The second one could be huge. But because he's got that Fingal there, I'm not really worried about it. It probably would be better to N'Zoth here, because I've got a chill Maw. Now he's going to have to fight through this Anyfin again and have more than 3 charging bluegills. And I don't think that's going to happen. That means half of them have to be chill bluegills, but he's got war leaders and Fingal as well. I think Fingal cost him the game. Oh, he didn't go right into an Anyfin. That might have cost him the game too. Well, we'll armor up. We're at 22. That's not enough. 24 should be enough. We'll armor up again. But I want to put him on a clock. What's the difference between 24 and 21 for Murlocs? Nothing. One bluegill. We'll do both. So, yeah, no. 19 is the same thing as 23 to Anyfin. Oh yeah, I screwed up. No, I did the math. There we go. And there's 16. Poor you. Dual Fingals. What were you thinking? We'll brawl. Because we've got Sylvanas, we're going to take something else from him. If it's a bluegill, we win. Huh, look at that. Bluegill. We'll charge him for 2. Hit him with his own Ashbringer. Have a nice day. Thank you, Paladin.